Good evening, all. This is Fari Hamzi. It's about 4:32 p.m. on March 27th. It's a Wednesday, as always. Welcome to our bi-monthly webinar. We talk about two things: econ calendar. We talk about the charts. We come up with a market timing that would be a good consensus. Of course, then we review top 10 names in the Nasdaq because that's what drives the NDX, and basically that's what leads ES. If you think about it, most of the time, if technicals or technology is in favor, you don't need. If you want to trade ES, just look at what NQ is doing. Yeah, because it was going to lead. And we're in that cycle right now, mainly because of OpenAI and NVIDIA. All right. So now we are using this software that's GoToMeeting, but we're using it. I would say GoToWebinar. This is the new version of GoToWebinar. It's going to call it GoTo. It's just the way you set it up. It knows what kind it is. They probably should come up with a different name for it, but anyhow. So if I'm a little bit uh, uh, not fully aware, is that this is my second time on this, and go to I go back to 2007. Actually, I was one of the first guys who tested with them having what do you call it, built-in uh, through the internet connection, your audio. Yeah, you couldn't talk to it; you could only hear it back. Now it's all integrated. But anyhow, good company. All right, here's what we're going to go through. Let's go through the econ calendar. All right, today is Wednesday, and we had nothing of major here. Big news was durable goods yesterday, actually. And you could see the write down, the revision down, and it came slightly better than consensus. The range was wide, no question. Okay, that was one. The other one that was of important to me was also the core capital goods, and that was strong, zero 0.7 versus zero 0.1. So again, I hold the position that the economy is strong. It doesn't matter for me why. I don't. You remember, I'm Jobert in 3 Days of Condor, the CIA contract killer. I don't ask why. I look for this. I like to know when. Always how much. Okay, so somehow we lost. I think we lost Dennis. Okay, no worries. You may have a issue, connection issue. And Yusuf, you're in twice, so you know. Hi, Tom. How are you, sir? Is everybody here or no? Why this thing's dancing? We're winning. There's some people coming and going out. I don't know. Give me a second, please. Again, I'm kind of a little bit new with this. It's the same features, except the cover is different, a little more technology. Anyhow, my apologies. But anyhow, going forward, consumer confidence was good also. I had a good day. I had a terrible day Monday, but I had a good day Tuesday. And we basically came a little bit better than by one. No, a little bit lower, yeah, in the consensus. But keep in mind, we've been up here before, and we're still pretty much holding. This is kind of 1% different, basically. Or is it 2? 1.7? Yeah, well, 2. Yeah, that's 2%. It's 2% different from of the in the of the consensus number itself. So I had a bad day here. I just come in. I still had the jet lag, and I had a good start, but there was a reversal, and I had a phone call uninvited. I mean, people know in the chat, so I don't take calls, but there's a friend who needed some help, and I said, fine, no, yeah. And I had to go and meet her, help her out, fine. At lunchtime, it wasn't immediate, at lunchtime, but I never got back to recover. I came back near the end of the day, down here at 3, and made a little bit of progress, not much. Now, part of it is that this traffic here is horrible. There should be, I mean, I want to build a wall right at, what do you call it, right at, Estero Beach, below below Fort Myers, because Fort Myers needs the money. Let them go there and spend the money, right, after the hurricane. But below that, no. Yeah, you have papers. Okay, we'll look at your papers. Oh, you're a snowbird. You can only come down here every 2 years. That's your home, but you can't come in yourself. Period. Turn them around, ship them back where they came from. Yeah, and I believe Canada is going to agree to pay for it. One of my buddies used to play hockey with what's his name, Trudeau. So We'll get we'll build it. They pay for it. Not a problem. Anyhow, traffic is too much. Yesterday was a good day. Okay, I covered that a little bit more than lost on Tuesday. Today was harvest. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, no big reports really. The reports were yesterday. Israel was good. We went through. Let's see. Yeah, we went through that. Yeah, and consumer confidence was good too. These are not. You can see we only pay attention to red reports and green ones, and that's on the chat. So a couple of the girls who are they either work for me or their customer, they share the researchers. They share. Well, I mean, boys too. Sometimes they interact and show. But anyhow, big number is going to be tomorrow, in my opinion. GDP. You want to pay attention to that. Remember, Friday we're closed, and bias into the Good Friday is positive. Keep that in mind. I think Dennis is not getting back. Something is wrong on it. You have no sound. Oh, I see. He's saying you have no sound. I'm assuming everybody can hear me okay, right? My stuff. You see, the other thing they had like a meter to show the audio meter. I don't see that here. Oh, but I can't complain. It looks like everything's working for me. Yeah. So see, do you see it? Yeah, we're good, guys. Anybody having a problem with audio? Perfect. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. So it's Dennis. He's rebooting. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. GDP tomorrow, 8:30. Okay. And remember, this is Q4. It's the revised, I believe. Yeah, that's the revised Q4. So this should be maybe one before final for Q4. And run rate about 3.2. Here's the range. Well, hopefully we get to see if there's a revision come between there. And the PCE, 3.3, and of course 3.3. So we'll find out. Moves are small here. Now, the other one that's really, and then the jobless claim, that's okay. I'm not worried about these guys. Pending home sales, yes, we want to take a look at. Okay, 1.3, fine. Yeah, okay. Let's see what the revision was, and let's see what for prior month, and let's see what comes up for tomorrow. But what I usually do is cut these up or print them on a piece of paper or stick them on the visual thing so they're ready. I don't have to look them up as the number comes. Not worry about jobless claims. Again, some of the greens are important. All the reds are. The key one for Friday, which by the way is a good Friday, we're closed. But there's data. We still have to take a look. Is this the PC price index and core PC? This is the most Fed chairman win or lose on these four lines. I mean, they pray to it. Okay, it's so important. Thanks to not Greenspan, to Bernanke. Yeah. Jerome Powell speaking at 11. I don't know what the subject is or what's the venue. Would I look at trade? Of course. But my interest is PCE. Remember, I'm not an economist, so I'm very little trading it, enough to be dangerous. But those are items I would want to look at. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. So goes the economic calendar. In terms of one quick comment, housekeeping items, we usually do it in reverse. I'm sorry. Nothing to report. We're working on a few things. Nothing to report. We do have two promo going out about as I said early on, and before we were recording, and that has to do. But we got one set of it up. We just got to give another. We have too much issues right now, work-wise. Yeah, expansion, growing pains. But we added. By the way, you can see now. We added. Where is it? Huh? Come on, Jack. No. It was here. It was here. What happened here? Oh, there we go. We added this to our logo, to our email logo. Okay. For support of that, we did just a fancy upfront reduction as an entice to come in and test what we're doing. Some of our best indicators requests went out. We're doing it to the best indicator package and also our best best value in terms of a chat room. Not the high end, but the first one. So we do that should go out tomorrow. We gotta have it ready. This part, but we involves a 30% discount for first 2 months. Or the expert on Happy Expert went out. It was first 6 months, 2 payments. Yeah, so it's a good size. And but not this link. Don't do that. It's in the email. That's all. Or we're doing some redoing on it. Actually, our guy who come here on Friday because Good Friday we can work from train station. Yeah, and but what we've done recently is in the chat room. Okay, we have gone in and manually take the orb out with a phone call to Chicago saying exit, 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 and we're doing pretty good numbers. Okay, now I was in LA for Person New Year. I could not do that because why? I need my other charts. I need my. We're using actually Tiger Shark. As when it rotates, we get out. Yeah. So we got to get those numbers popped up fast. But at the same time, I think we're going to stop the second package, which is the auto trading at your machine. No, only in the chat room. Why? Because you want to take advantage of my Tiger Shark. Yeah. And so the days I'm here, I'm going to be here most of the days. Yeah. At least that part of the day I am. Usually, if I take it after take time off is afternoon. Yeah. Or I have to take care of myself, Tico, whatever. All right, let's go through charts before we get to these. So that's the only thing we have. So we did put some new hardware in here, some infrastructure change. We have one issue left, and we'll be getting that changed to. There's too many computers. We got to make sure everything runs, especially good for temperature-wise next to the summer. But our commitment to infrastructure continues. Yeah, we had one failure on a UPS. I bought two. Yeah, and I use only sine wave, APC sine wave, because that protects your hardware investment both in monitor color and then your chips on the motherboard. I got a second i7, i9. I got my second i9. I was trying to get an i11, but then I said I'm not a guinea pig. Let somebody else do that. I don't think. I'm not sure if it's even out there yet, but there's a very good write-up on it at Intel websites on their processors, if you're curious. My second i9, very quiet. That's just incredible. Versus the first one, and very happy. Extremely fast. It's i9 14000 series. Yeah, a kick-ass machine. Yeah. Okay, charts. One second. Yeah. As always, this is recorded. We'll put it on the YouTube in about half an hour, 45 minutes. Sometimes I forget to send the email out to remind you, but it's on YouTube. If you go there, you'll see it. Yeah, yeah. And this whole thing about what you see, you should trade what you see, not what you think, that has tremendous response. So we're happy. Slowly working forward. All right, timer charts. SPX NDX. You could see we've made multiple new highs in this market with the center line rising. Remember, slope on color. Center rise of the yellow line rising with the associative volatilities. There's no place to short here. You can do it with a cash. You can short a little bit with a spreads with a put spread, and we've done that, and we've been wiped out, but they're small amounts because if it gets, it's a good, it's a trend following. So you're doing a good risk reward. Small to risk, big reward. If it hits it, we'll do fine, but it hasn't yet. I'm getting ready to put another one out. Okay, so if those are you PMT members, you should be ready for an update as far as a trend. Yeah, yesterday to me was too far. Look what he did today. So, and if there's a bias of Friday, Good Friday going big positive. So, if I don't put a trade out tomorrow, I might toward the end of the day, or it will be Monday. But I think we're going to see a turn. Yeah. So, and as you can see, one of the key parts is, as you know, a lot of input to McLaren later, or maybe no, I think it's all of it. I think we have two more, but the raw McLaren oscillator, it's advanced decline number, and this is not a good omen. Yeah, I always see the first uh, sharp reaction force that comes in to say something is happening. We went from below 200 to 20 to 50. You got your and then there was no even dead cross, even though the 50 was dropping. Before even touching it, the dead cross is when 50 drops below 200, and so you never got there. It turned around and went back up. In this structure, why the advanced decline so low? Okay, we're going to look at equal weighted. You see what I'm talking about too. So that's not a good omen. I mean, this is low. Bread trust is low. And then we'll go to weekly. There's more evidence there. I'm not saying we're going to drop tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. I was wrong 3 times. The reality is, it will happen. We're probably least expecting, and not for the reasons we were looking at. Right? The market will always surprise you. Hi, Dylan. It's great to have you back. So is audio good now, right, for everybody? Sure. All right. We'll just start first chart. Yeah. And it's all recorded. We'll post it for you. And as again, for a reminder to everybody, post goes here. Here it is. YouTube channel. You click that and we go. And we changed it. If you clicked it, you see we changed the front picture and so forth to get some attention because they're going to be different. Otherwise, always going to be boring. Like a copy of the website. Not doing that. Yeah. All right. Equal weighted. Now, this is the 2 series that we're just beginning to look at, maybe 3 or 4 months now. Remember, I've looked at SPX since like 92. So it's a different perspective. I'm trying to learn it. That was cap weighted, yeah, capitalization. This is equal weighted, that means price wise, equal pricing. And yes, recently it started making new highs. I'm pulling up. Again, we're at 2 sigma here. Okay. Death cross was short lived, turn around, went back up. And actually, this doesn't look bad, the CIs. And you can see this is a CI diff with a color gradient. So you could see the intensity was slightly better than 0 here. So, but still heading up. Big day today. Yeah. So when we go to something like top 40, and you had NVIDIA down 2.5%, when we went on, especially equal weighted, new high. Yeah, it could be too much money into NVIDIA. This is all distribution now. So now let's take a look at the ratio of these two. Now, admittedly, I'm new at this because the market will surprise you. So you have to look at it for a while. You know, a good friend of mine the other day sends a code into ChatGPT to understand to make a system trade. You know, it's something simple, nothing fancy. Let's say vol, not even vol based, but let's say trend following, simple stuff, moving average, right? And maybe even use exponential moving average. So it's kind of a little bit fine tuned, no problem. Hey, Michael, how are you, sir? Welcome. And feed it to ChatGPT and get some good results. He very interesting. Okay, sends the ELD back and does a back test in TradeStation. Not so. Kind of lukewarm. This is just trading. What? What are you talking about? What happened there? Yeah, these are the guys who are not doing well. They have low patience. Remember, investor has to be patient. And I got to make money tomorrow. No, of what you created. Well, maybe you created nothing. Take a look. If you didn't backtest it enough, different names, different timeline, and so forth, why would you put hard-earned money after it? And so I understand 1 or maybe 2 blowouts he has had since. Not good. Backtest your stuff. That applies here. For me, I'm backtesting it in my mind. The chart is new. And again, we min-max it so that we know where we have been over the period we're looking at, because we can't look at forever. But here we try and get this 2 the equal weighted over cap weighted and see how it behaves at extremes, okay? And maybe we'll find out a clue. I'm not saying I know that yet. I'm still looking. But that's part of a cycle you want to get familiar with slowly. The reality is, this says we're highly impacted. I'm sorry, this says that. This is we're highly impacted by Mag 7, Magnificent 7, because of the pressure down. This is strong, but exceeds not. That ratio is low. If this ratio goes up, then dominance is all the names. Here, just the market cap. These are market cap. These are equal weighted. Big difference. Okay, so for the NDX, still NDX. This is not all of that. Just the NDX. NDXE versus NDX.X, and that ratio is so low. So there's a lot of people getting nervous and staying on the big names That usually doesn't work well. Once they get into a plateau, that's the end of the move. So are we there yet? I don't think so, but we were close. Well, we have to observe and follow. Okay. Canary is a coal mine. Okay. Again, going to new highs, and no way this is close to new highs on transportation. A lot of correlation between these two, and also SPX. So we're not going there yet. Well, maybe a warning, maybe not, but keep watching. This is the two are important. The way I want to look at it is Sigma Charles because it measures it against itself, right? It's measured against itself, and you can see its own strength. 2 sigma, 1.5 sigma. This is at the high, all-time high. This is nowhere close to all-time high. Okay, the 700-point spread. So again, big concentrations in big names, which is not good. You want all of the market to participate for a move up, and because we are high up, you actually need that more than anything else. Otherwise, it's what we have now, which is potentially getting a setup for a move back, maybe 5%, maybe 10%. But the question becomes why? What's the catalyst? Do you see one? I don't see it in the horizon, but we're close. Something could happen with the earnings next month. Something could happen with bond market. That's usually the culprit. And of course, econ data that we have. So, remember earnings. April 7th, I think. April 8th starts with J.P. Morgan. So that sets the tone. Yeah, get the Morgan boys out of the way. There's a whole setup that if bank trading players, the big guys, not the boss, but the guys who don't want the managerial BS. They want the good cut and happy life, right? Work 2-3 hours a day and kill it using banks' money. If they're happy in the morning, we have an up market. This is what Jim Simons finds out at Renaissance Technology. And his buddy Bob Mercer, the guy who owned his daughter, wasn't his daughter's name, Cambridge Analytica, the one who did Brexit and other stuff here. But these guys came up with that from Renaissance Technology, and that's why I think it's important. There's also that people look at on the earning fact week as it starts. What did J.P. Morgan do? If J.P. Morgan does well, probably most of the banking will do well. I know we've had some exceptions, but the reverse is even worse. If J.P. Morgan, JPM didn't do well, and it's the first time to report, not just all the banking probably going to be really, really questioned, but everything else could be a problem too. Yeah. So, but hand out to Jamie Dimon. He's managing number 7 on the SPX. It's not a joke. So, and it's in the value. I'm not talking about assets under management. There's a value. Is up there. He's in the top universe. Okay, utilities. We're rising here. That's good. That says most likely. I'm saying Russell, not utility. Most likely, we also going to be driving a little bit more up Nasdaq 100 into exhaustion. Okay. The trenders, you can see we're up there, but we're keeping up. It's a good slope, so this has not dropped, but we have lost the peak, and that's simple. Is the trust that trust creates that, and then ease off, even though we're still rising. Okay, that's why this part is flat. This one says, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's like, well, today we have Italian sausage. Tomorrow it's going to be Polish sausage. It's like you're going to Al's Beef in Chicago. You get all kinds of sausages there of different flavor, including some pepper. Yeah. Let's come to Russell. Small caps. This is a good turn here. If you can look at a saucer, maybe it will pull up, but this is crucial to us. If the technology is going to go up, this number has to peak, start going up in a burst like it did here. Okay, and of course the 200 below it, 50, 200, as always. NDX, these are correlated on this issue. Again, this bothers me. Yeah, this has to pull up, and this should be start resuming. You see how this cleanly went up? Okay, it's a lot more flatter. You come here, it's beginning to pull down. It's getting closer and closer to touch it. Here, it never touched it. So we'll keep a look at that. This is not much for retail. This is all institutional guys trade this because their contract is tied to this. Not in terms of income, but in terms of malfeasance. Yeah. If they didn't follow these moving averages, remember, banks are simple. They're a lot of money, but they're simple. If you didn't play this, you're going to be in front of an investment committee. And you better have some good answers. Otherwise, they may not fire you, but there goes your bonus for the year. So retail doesn't matter. What's on the table is small. All right. This is a vol montage, if you will. SPX, the new one. NASDAQ and Russell. These two are the same model. I've worked on those. This is the original that Dr. Reddy did. And that's actually, I got to know him. I found a mistake in one of his papers on VIX. And he first said, excuse me, who the hell are you? I said, it doesn't matter, sir. Could you explain to me this? Because I'm not trying to say it was a mistake. I didn't know. I'm trying to program it, and it's like a fork in the road. Which way do I go? I need some clarification. I thought there may be a mistake, but I got a couple of doctors and professors, not medical. I do have some of those, but like physics and math and so forth in the family, and a few teachers. You got to be humble in front of somebody like him. So I played it slightly dumb and saying, I don't understand this, but I'd like to know which one. He says, any of them is good. I said, well, sir, that's my point. He goes, well, listen, I got a class to go. He was teaching at Fukua, Duke University's business school. And I got to run. Next thing he calls and says, damn, how did you find it? I said, nothing. I'm very meticulous. I'm writing a code. I have no other choice. Right, Rich? You can't just open writing a code without paying attention to the detail. It comes with it. So anyhow, and I was running it in Excel, but they were not matching. There was a checksum I had, and it was trending. It should be. It should sit there. So I knew there was a problem. Anyhow, got solved. He doesn't like this VIX. This is because this has, as I'm discussing ad nauseum, you can trade different names and impact VIX. This one is only a box around last price. So it would be, this is the last price of NDX. You'll have a box. At 18,000, you probably 10 point up, 10 point down. Current month, front month, put and call. So you take those 8 as Whaley provides the protocol, and you get a VIX number. We should do this, as Rich would remember, or Dennis would remember, for 500 names. As a matter of fact, 2008, I was asked to write for the Barron's. That's the only time I've written about a 4th of July article. Anything I want. Steve Sears, who writes the article, writes the column every weekend. Colin says, I'm going out of town. I'm picking like 5 writers, one for each day. I want to go fishing. I don't want to deal with this. But he writes an online column every day, and of course, it's on a hard copy of Barron's on Saturday mornings. Can you write one column for me as a favor, Fatty? Please, please, please. I said, tell me where you go fishing. And he says, I'm in Chicago. He says, well, we're going to be in Florida. I said, you son of a gun. He goes, no, please. I said, fine. But let me find the idea. He goes, yeah, got to be unique. Okay. Can I put a chart in? Oh, yeah, sure. Anyhow, so I went back to our data, this protocol, of all the tech names. Okay, the one showed up. It was unusual. The VIX for Google was doing this. The VIX for Google was doing this. It was gone. And earlier parts, in the area, possible breakout. Of course, we don't see the rest. We don't know what's going to happen. And I had I don't know, a week to write it. But it was online, so I had to post that thing. So I wrote it, put some charts, and they update the chart, update the test data. We get to the 1st of July, it was it? Yeah, 1st of July. July 1st was my order. I think that's what it is. I sent it in with a chart. Well, they couldn't put the chart up. They said, this is too confusing. I said, listen, slope on color. I'm a financial engineer by training, and I'm a chartist. So I look at charts, I pay attention, but I'm giving you a very basic. It wasn't this busy, By the way, when you do a VIX of let's say Google, you don't get bars, you get dots, okay? And so you don't have these tails. But the measurements is based on the close anyway. So you get same shapes. So it's a little bit clearer than this. Maybe a little bit open, maybe I had something like this. Maybe I had something like this, okay? And it was pointing to a level of 4 sigma here on the volatility. All I cared was that level. Okay, so anyhow, over 1 million people read that. Over 1 million people. Yes, we are. Yes, we are all. Yes. Okay, and now that volatility came back. Okay, transferred to a price of Google. Okay, so 2 weeks later was earnings, like 17, 16, I forget. The first of July. 2 weeks later was the earnings, and I got the emails from them like, what happened here to have so many hits? It Google opened at the price we were projecting 2 weeks before. Okay, this is posted. I can find it. Over 1 million people hit. So Sears comes back and says, "Hey, you son of a gun." I said, what happened? He goes, you showed off. I said, no, I didn't do it. You told me write whatever you want. I find something interesting. I wrote that. I put food on your people's table. You should be more open about it. He goes, no, I'm not worried about that. But there were so many messages. Yeah, because they didn't know how to get hold of me other than email through very good parents. So, but that's all this is used for. Why that? Why is it a long story short? What I was looking for, the purpose was pure volatility. Typically keep in mind, not volume, but just strike up, strike down, current forward, puts and call. That embeds the true volatility. This has a components that could be outside of that first box that you're boxing the price. Okay, could be outside. It could be 2 strike up, 2 strike down. I don't think it goes more than a month. Again, front month and near month, but not but that, but you could go up and down on the strikes and manipulate the end results, the computation. So this is not a favor of them. But anyhow, Wall tells us, well, we're getting to 2 sigma negative. So let's see where we go in about 11:50. So 11:50 for me would be line in the sand on SPX. Okay, in this gesture. And of course, I want to see, do I get to 14.5 or not? Down here, this 4 sigma. If we get to 4 sigma, which is not going to be easy, okay, and then the market was definitely pulled back down. So if you look here, see that? No, hold on, yeah, right up here, right up here. You see that there, where we're hitting these lows at 3 and 4. Except I don't know if that value is correct. The lows, because that's a computational issue. We didn't, believe it or not, the VXN code at SIBO. I've talked to those guys, Levin and those characters in the R&D part, and they haven't been able to erase it. This is correct, okay? But this has actually happened, but not these. I mean, it would be rare for this calculation to happen like this. But anyhow, I don't know. They haven't fixed it. But so, how do I read this? I'm reading that we got a little bit more to go. Maybe tomorrow is it. End of a quarter, end of a month, bias into Good Friday. And then that's all she wrote. We shall see. Now, again, stop thinking about it. Trade what you see. That includes you, Fiery. Okay, we're all fallible. So we get to this cycle, we think what we do is the right one. There's no guarantee. Okay, back to here. First of all, evidence number 1, Your Honor. Yeah. We're still positive. Okay? On the diff. The diff is positive. You can see the color codes and all that. Color gradation. That's what we got these CGs for in our family of indicators. You're getting up there. We're getting possibly to go underneath it. Now we have a kiss, and it's 32 on a weekly. You know what happens after this? We come down. Yeah, it's not. This is not sustainable. It's an issue of when and more importantly, why? Because what should we be looking for in terms of potential catalyst? But it could be the budget. It could be. It's too early for elections. I'm going to do that. It could be the budget. It could be terror issue. It could be GDP. If GDP just jumps big time, good for tax receipts, but not good for the bond market because, hey, Jerry Powell, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's it. The boys in New Jersey will tell him that. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. And so, yeah, about the economy. So he has no choice but tighten a tiny bit, or pause again. I believe they're going to pause for a while. I've said it before. You see it on the Facebook. You see it on Twitter. I think the Fed, this issue that Fed will ease right now is a fantasy. Wait until we're done with the earnings report. And there's no meeting until then because we had a meeting last week. So I think that's my personal forecast. Okay, look at advanced decline. Okay, now say the high and lows. This is worth noting. Okay, that was up there last week. So yeah, this if we don't come and crush this number higher, this is it. That means we're going to slide. Not now, in about a month or two. There's that window in front of these. You can see when the peak comes. And sometimes the weekly chart of that. So the bars are weekly itself. You see that cluster. When we go up this cluster, we're approaching a tradable high. Yeah, tradable highs. Over here, so this is different data. This is just actual up and down. Yeah. No, I'm saying, yeah, the new highs, new lows. Yeah, it's not the up and downs like the breath data like this. Yeah, it's not that. All right, back to here. Sorry, digress, but I want to explain it. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just sorry. Okay. This chart is a repeat, but as a reminder, because I want to put as a price up there and then calculations, include some internal for that. SP1 still positive, doesn't show any sign of any problem. It's a lot of input in there from the S&Ps, but only S&P only, okay, of certain components, and then there's a algo that mixes things, and there's a couple of calculations internally. We don't give this out; it's what's used for free with you guys during the PMT meetings. Now the little brethren of it, so we can do an oscillation. Let's say like this, and you can oscillate back and forth. Or here, that's the oscillator, right? To build the oscillator on this, you cannot put it on the same bar chart. You have to build a smaller brethren and faster, okay? And you could see the confirms. You could see where the pressures go. Or non-confirmable too. Hold on. Let's see what that was. Yeah. So and as we gone up, that's run up was so fast. And Simpson hasn't been able to go there. That was last time he did 10. And where was that? It was what 5 days after low. That this itself creates such a run. You see the peak is still struggling. It's positive today. Yesterday was slightly negative. I think it was 0.6 negative. Yeah, we're up 1.6. The nature of things says most likely as we approach the final high that we can tell in rear view mirror is that the mobile could be around 10. Okay, hardly see it above it. That's not true on the downside. So plus 10, negative 10, and it's a faster, shorter look back period, a little bit lighter, a little bit. It's kind of like it's like this is Heineken, this is Heineken Light. So yes, I used to like Heineken. I used to crew at the on Carnegie Lake. Okay, which you saw in the movie. What do you call it? Boys in the Boat. Yeah, even though they were obviously they were from Seattle in documentary, but some of the rowing was in Carnegie Lake. You could see it. So if you know the different sides of it, so my best years were on that boat. Okay, crazy stuff. The skew. It peaked here. We talked about it. If we want to get short, we told them now. We got another peak up last week. We hit 3 sigma. We pulled back. We're at 2. Hey, boo boo, I'm almost done here. Plus 2. Excuse me, Admiral Tico. In presence of others, he has to be called Admiral. Yeah, boo boo is personal. Yeah. Anyhow, this is the high. So this goes on the watch. You could be a short. This will be looked at. Remember, it's reported out after I close. Any peak above here, we'll be reporting it to you. Either visually, maybe a 5-second video or something, but basically visually with the write up and to see, hey guys, then we do a clock again because this basically resets that, right? And if he takes it out, it resets that completely, and that because of our timer. That means why? That means there was still more power on the up right now. So there's a interest to go up. Why you want to be short like that? You want to short when it's the M, because I don't need to get the best price. I need to get the trend right. Okay, I don't need to win every day or all the time. No, I need to have a right percentage of win or losses. Yeah, because you can't get it always right. So, and when you hold it to get it always right, they clean your clock and you come home in a box of from a trading coliseum. Yeah, exactly. So it's pulled back to Sigma. We'll keep you posted. We give you very adequate warning something is happening. And these sometimes they come in pairs. We'll see. We gotta see. This is SQ. It's the tail risk on the downside. So it's the put only, the put spreads. And I'd say right now probably looking at uh, anything between like 4,800 and lower. That's where most of these are located. And institutional because of SPX, it's not for kids, and the numbers reported after the close. Very good time series to watch. Okay, all right. The VIX spread, which we have done quite a work on it. With you here, and also on the like old SIBO. I don't know what they've done to it. Blogs we have, but the spread is now heading lower, as you know, about -3. 3.5, something in that range, we're topping. If it gets to 0, we're bottoms. Okay, and so, and in this, let me go this. Hold on. There we go. There you go. If you go back here, you'd see that the 5180, that area was. That's probably got closest we got to 0. Sometimes you don't get there. It's just that's what the spread is. It's a future spread. You have to actually visually see it and what do you call it? Subtract it. The front month is going to be. That can't be this. Hold on. Oh yes, it's J. Front one is J. I'm sorry. That's April, and and then our outer month to make it 3 months would be what? July. Long April, short July. Then we have to take a Sigma channels and plot this. Now Sigma channel has a single input. This is a modified Sigma channel. The input is the spread and runs it. Okay. So this still says to me we could have a little bit more go up before we really hit the exhaustion. And that would be ideal. You can get our M. See? Push one down, push up, and that's what I want to short. So, but again, I really measure my finesse. I record. I'm now 3 full good size notebooks bounded with calendar on top. So you get circular. So it's March 4th. You can start writing. I journal all my trades. Yeah, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Because on the weekend or when I have to chance to debrief myself, just like a fighter pilot coming back, you got to debrief your intelligence officers right as you land. I mean, you come in to alert 5 area, park your plane, and you go in to report that. And before you go to operations, you just want to know what they know, what got hit, and so forth. During the debrief, you find out where you're wrong, where's your weaknesses, and you don't have to air the dirty laundry. You got to deal with it yourself anyway at the end. Somebody else doing it or not doing it is not going to help you, other than you seeking mentorship and advice. But more than that, you got to be honest with yourself. Let's look in the mirror, okay? Don't lie, cheat, and all that. But more importantly, be yourself. So that's helping me. Here, SPX, same structure, and we go. Again, we're going to new highs. We're only at 70. Okay, and remember the early pushes was higher, right? And it pulls back. You see some pull back into this area and then comes back up. It's a very good short-term trading period. Usually 1 to 5 days, no more than that. Yeah, this is the signal you see here has nothing to do with when we meet again, which is 14 days. This is at best this is a good 5-day cycle. But if you're watching it live, yeah, boom, it's amazing. Yeah. So we're on the push up a little bit. Then, but it's noise in a way. So I'm doing a short term on NQs. But when it goes to 75, I'm alert now. It's live, but near the close, is it past 75? Yeah, I'm not. If it goes in between, it's noise. It's not input. It's just going to boggle my mind for TMI. Don't need that. Same thing if you like positive 30. I want to cross 25 on lower, and then I got to look at these. These you pay attention like crazy. Why? Your vols are exploding. As the vols explode, you have some of the best opportunity to take advantage on the futures, and you kill it. Absolutely kill it. You remember, you can't be a sheep in this business. Better be a wolf and trade big. That's why the last two cap rates I've had, it's beyond my belief because of size. Huge, 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 huge. One of them says sovereign wealth fund. So, and my attitude is just systematically, methodically, a little bit at a time. No forced trades. I don't have to work. I don't have to trade every day. And the second one, the big one, they have such a long horizon. It's amazing. So you're going to see a different person out of me. Let's say in about 6 months. I have to. What's that risk is big, but what to gain is massive, massive. Okay, and sure, some of it will go taxes. Some of them you have to give away to philanthropy. But hey, as long as my Admiral Tico is happy, I'm good. So you have great things ahead. I'm really, I've never been so excited. I lost a lot of weight. I'm swimming, It's just the environment. I've cut back quite on cigars. As you know, I don't drink. Life could be better. All right. And I've got a lot of it from you guys, so I appreciate it. These getting togethers are good. And give us ideas. The ideas create us tools. You benefit from it. It's a full circle. It's a food chain. All right, center line on the fair value, as it's called pivot. These are let's see, SPRs, right? Support. If you're moving this way, support, pivot, and resistance, right? So there's only 3 S's, 1 P, and 3 R's. So let's see where we are at the pivot. Above pivot, holding. Then at this point, you want to come and take a look at this and see, okay, what the CIs are doing. Okay, so we're probably going to tick down first from this S, okay? And you went almost the same level, but look at the divergence on the CIs. Remember, CIs move very fast. These are zero lag indicators. That's why they're so powerful. And you saw what I showed you on the weekly of SPX. Okay, this one, same situation, not the same divergence, okay? But this also is trying to pick down a little bit. As a matter of fact, you see a little red there. Right? And are we using, we're not using that. You know what, I'm going to change and put the color gradient in here instead. Okay, after this session, not now. Okay, let's go to 30. The 10-year real estate and 30 for insurance, sureties and so forth. Hey, Bond, anyone? Not James Bond. No. But something like 175 mil. Yeah, let me talk to somebody I know. Okay. So right now, I think we have a pretty good chance, and play could be a part of it on GDP, for us to touch the pivot, and that's what I see so far. Yeah, at least touch pivot. Now, of course, as you know, month is ending, so next time we meet, we'll have a new pivot levels. But remember, notice pivot levels don't change. Yeah, that's just amazing how they become magnets. Absolutely amazing. And not just this chart. Put anything you want on it. Put NVIDIA. Put obviously there's a run up sometimes, like NVIDIA. But once it comes down, you go one cycle. So this says with 1 month. You can run it daily on a 15-minute chart, whatever you want. As it resets itself, and that's what we do here, by the way. Our IB levels. Let me open up. It does same thing except for futures and short term. Yeah, there we go. That's something you could easily build yourself and do it. And what is this? Yeah, IBs. There you go. Sorry. So this is IBs. Oh, it's a copy I have. But the other one is running IB. Yeah, there we go. There you go. All right. So as you could see, this resets itself, and it's going to use a .D. And it's got built in, if you put, I don't know if you can work on CL, but the .Ds gets the right bars in, and of course you can see what we've gone levels. So again, no, hold on. This is IB. Hold on, wrong chart. Sorry. Actually, I don't know if I have a SPR chart. Sorry, wrong chart. Let me close this. I'm sorry. You know what? I had a Rick Perry moment. Remember? Actually, I liked him, but until that moment, brain freeze. Hold on 1 second. Do we have a? I think we did SPRs. Let's see what we have under S. Hold on, SP R. Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh. Hold on. So hold on. No, we have SPR. So, what was I? This one? No. Oh, there's SPR. There we go. There's your SPR. There you go. So we were chatting about here, right? Okay. The same setup, except this is what? Daily with a monthly. Just look backward, it could be 30 days or 22 trading days, okay? That's what it is. So you have a daily bar with on the monthly levels. This is the strength you're getting and weakness. We'll go to, what was I doing there? Oh, this one, was it this one? No. Oh, we went through that? No, that's nations. What did I do? This one? I forgot. Oh, but here's your thing. Oh, shit. Sorry. What did I do? What did it? Yeah, there we go. This is it. Okay, so there we go. Here's your futures right there. Okay, and so you could see 60 minutes, okay, on a weekly. So you have to have multiple bars for this to compute for the next period. As this ends, it'll compute. You don't need to even give it a calendar. It's got sensors. Yeah, that's the beauty of this. It's got sensors, and the original idea was from the S&P floor. The rules, what the rules are, and simple. So what we really added that was different was not to have any maintenance. So I'm high maintenance myself. I hate a software that's high maintenance. So most of the blondes have gone out with me complain about that. So remember, if a blonde is complaining about you that you're high end, high maintenance, yeah, exactly. Long story short, so you could use that and then keep these numbers handy. Okay, for me, yeah, and this obviously this turns on a weekend, right? So Monday morning on the first tick, the levels done, and then I took a snapshot. I just write the levels down. Very crucial to see. Look at it where the support came. Oh, spice. Yeah, beautiful. Now this means correction, guys. Hold on. Control R this. Okay, boom. Huh? No, oh, waiting for the data. Okay, good. So anyhow, so if you're doing a SPY, same thing with Qs, whatever. Yeah. I mean, some of the things I look at is that level. PD means pending. Okay. Now I want to know these levels. I have in one of my screens, I have a Qs, and then obviously against that, I have a snapshot of this that I need. Yeah. Okay, let me put this back where it was, which is the SPY. Yeah. Okay, did I tell you guys, by the way, we hired a moderator for our ES room, which does the SPX and SPY and can use SPY options to trade using our OTF function. I mean, bars. We create our own bars. Okay. So it's the other OTF stands for other time frame, which is crucial in volume profile. It's where the big boys come in. So we built a series of bars and a protocol that statistically will detect which, based on the size used, which chart should be updated. Okay, so it's a block size. It's not looking for overall volume. Bunch of mom and pops throwing 3 or 4 or 10 contracts. It doesn't matter. They don't do anything. It doesn't move the market. But we slicing it from like 100 up to see 200 up, depending on the product. Each product is a little bit different, like crude and so forth. But there's a bell curve of the orders, but except it's three-dimensional. So within that we find these pockets, and those are used for parsing. Yeah, it's a different way of looking at it. No, I wasn't smoking anything. I only have Cubans. Yes, please. Let's be clear for the record. Okay, anything else that's overnight that's going now? Big burst here. I'm going to go and find out what happened there. I record things. And then I think we're done. Now, we're going to look at 2 more charts, and then we're going to do our top 40. I'm sorry. Well, not all of them, but we're going to do the Nasdaq names, the top 10 of Nasdaq 100. Okay, here we go. This is the 50. Okay, 50 bar. Here's your symbol on stockcharts.com. That's free. $ SPX Alpha 50 Romeo. Okay, and the other one's 200 Romeo. That's it. You go there, you see that comes 200. It's the same thing but 200. So I didn't know I had a 50 before. I found out. I said, why not? So just like what we do with our charts, 50 and a 200, here's also the way to look at the inside, which is the percentage of stocks above the 50-day average. Okay, we're at 83 now. And this says at this point, with this Momo, barring, again, I got to put some disclaimers on, not to be right or wrong, no, but at least acknowledge the risk forward. Barring this risk forward, I'm just talking about exogenous things. I'm not in charge. Right? You're not in charge. You're not in control. This exogenous news that could come in, barring that, we're going to go up to about 90. Then it's anybody's guess. Then you can ask that question from myself, from Dennis, from Rich Ruscio. You can get 3 answers because none of us know, right? Yeah. Who knows? And how long is that hold? Is it going to be like this? Is it going to sit there for a while? So we know. But at least this is the area that looks like it should be going, given the structure and I look at always the interaction of 2 moving averages as oscillators. A very, very simple system design. But guess what? It works. It works very nicely. 70% of the time it fails, but the failures are very small. But when it works, that 30%, it's absolute killer. See that? You'll keep. Here we're saying rips out a little bit back and forth. Not here. 2 lows, slightly higher, took off. So how do you do this? Watch it. Good. You put it what I do. Put it right there. See this one and that. Put a 2 marking on. Wake up on your bookmarks, and at night after the close, take a look. Now, TradeStation try to do this intraday. Do not look at this intraday. No. There's no inference. You're dreaming. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Wait for settlements. All right. Here's the same thing except for 200 day, and now we've gone too far. There we go. We have. Let's change the perspective so that if you don't mind, see what else we could have seen had been this done with a 5-year look back. Okay, no, maybe not. You see that? Just because in this area, which was 2 years, you see it at maxed out doesn't mean you really are. So that's 95 plus. We're at 84 at 10 points. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, but I mean, then you're going to fall. Why? The definition. Percent of the stocks above 200 day. If it hits 95, that's 2 sigma. Where's it going to go? It's not going to go to 3 sigma. It's not going to be that easy. I'm not saying it won't cross 95. No. I will maybe close after it, but look at what happened there. 2 or 3 days, then bye-bye. And as this drops, we're still rising. But it's the first signal saying something like this is coming. So, yeah. So while quant work is important, while fundamental work is important, but don't forget also to look at charts. Charts, if they charts lie to you, they're last in line. Yeah. Fundies do often because they don't know better, and nobody knows better. It's not that they're dumb. No. Some of the best educated minds are fundies, and the quants are like they're stuck in their Excel. That's probably the best way to put it. They're stuck in their Excel. They can't even get out of Excel. So, but charts are visual, a lot easier to understand. Even a dummy like me can understand it. All right, let's go to our what do you call it? Our top 10. Let me get a little bit of this. I'm sorry, I'm on keto. I've lost pretty much good amount of weight and it's steady dropping. But I'm constantly hungry, thirsty. Apologize. My mouth is dry very fast. Okay, we want to do our swing. We're gonna do it using top 40. So what I'm gonna do is actually open top 40 on this side, so not to bother you guys. You can open two. Yeah, it's just you can't save two on the same name because it calls one of them copy on TradeStation. But we can have two of these open. Hold on. No. Close this. Okay, that's the question. Okay. Last one, fine. Okay. What? Come on, there we go. Okay, top 40 open. All right, let's populate it. We go. So we know we're going to start with Apple. Let's get it started here. Here's Apple. Okay. Okay, let me get the chart on this side. Okay, we're good. All right. And pull this thing way down. Okay. Now I'm good to go. Okay. Microsoft, 3.1 trillion. Wow. I think it's the first time Microsoft was way ahead of Apple. Like 500 billion in market cap? Wow. Yeah. So let's start with Microsoft. I'm sorry, forget. Yeah, but let's talk about my favorite company. Okay. Yeah, my brother worked for Scott Guthrie over there, the guy who did that, whatever that thing was for video to stay on. I forget. Um, that you don't lose your connection, so your browser looks like a exe itself. Yeah, so you're constantly communicating. Right at the 20-minute rule, I forgot. Silverlight. They did Silverlight. They did the cloud. The initial cloud was by him. They did .NET. The .NET for all of our database. You know this. I mean, really, you gotta get this thing beyond SQL. And .NET is all of our data stored there. But by TradeStation, by various platform, and in my case with the OTF, we take a small part of that area, put our own data in to plot our own charts. We had to. There was a lot to learn. It was a learning curve. Okay, what's the high? 430. Okay, 431. Okay, I understand. Okay, we have pulled back Sigma level from +2. Center line is close. I think we're going to test that, which is 416. You see the value there. Here I can do it like this. 416 value there. And then if I would be worried, that would be 409, 410. If it breaks 410, we got to go good amount down. So that's what we worry about. I think 440 is the top of the range for now. So what's the action? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. It's just it's having its a little bit of topping format maybe before it gets the second leg. And remember, these guys were big beneficial of buying a portion of it or all of OpenAI. So I mean, they took advantage of it. Not as good as Nvidia, but it is a smaller company. Yeah, and every once in a while you get a hardware company that does that. Hardware companies are not usually priced this up, okay? But they have a monopoly, and for a time being, and maybe probably about a year or two, Nvidia is going to be king up there, yeah. And others will come in, obviously. It's got supply and demand, and that's the beauty of capitalism. Let them come into challenge, so Nvidia will even get better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it works a little bit harder. Yeah. But I've always worked with GPUs, FPUs, the second processor. Uh, like when my brother did his first computer was 886 plus 887. It was another 40 pin. It was all for floating point calculations because we were building an engineering. And then when we did our own first neural net, we had to get an FPU rented. 43,000 back then in 1992 dollars. They give it to us for a rent of $1,000 a month. And I'm glad you wrote the check. No problem. And my brother is the one with the VPN. Pat, he finished it like 2-3 days. He says, "Fine, I have a test going. I think it's working." We're rolling our vectors. It's a complex problem when you're doing weight uh, files inside a neural net, and we were doing it for bond futures. Crazy times, yeah. So FUs are crucial. Yeah, absolutely. So I think NVIDIA will continue. What do we do with Apple? Apple is coming to a nice test. 20-month bar. Remember, I don't change these. 20-month center line. Okay, so that's a fair value, and the 20-month look back. Obviously, had a birthday today, but that's you can't trade on that. This is what you want to do. Let's go there. There you go. And you're making a basis here? Yes. I would probably say 173 to 183 call spread may not be a bad idea. But you got to book it. Yeah. Today, did you change the market? Yesterday would have been ideal for that trade. Obviously, we can, only see things and do things in real time. Next, NVIDIA. Yeah, okay. This is this beginning of the end? Of course not. No. But you have a first weekly red bar. And look at what the pricing is. Yeah. I mean, you saw what happened with the diff. When the CI diff does this, you know you're getting close to the end. So you can't short it yet. Why? Value wasn't high. As it gets really up, then it's easier. And let's hold being to getting back to be profitable. Let's hold to more patience, and you don't have this push work against you. And this is telling you the CI diffs getting smaller, smaller, smaller. I can blow this up. You can see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look at the perspective. Look at that perspective. Yeah. So, yeah, that's when it gets there. This is near. I try to warn some of my friends who are in the Facebook on NVIDIA, and that's what I can do. No more, no less. No personal comments. I don't have a position in that. I don't trade NVIDIA. I don't trade much of stocks. I really like NQ, and I'm learning. I'm teaching myself trading crude oil because one of my investors is from the Persian Gulf area. Yeah, and so that's their interest is. Uh, now, don't want to get ahead of myself. We have not finished our deal because pending some technical work that I've got to do for him and show certain things, and and I suspect though this year I'll finish. It'll fund this year. Yeah, maybe by say September. It takes a while, but I think we should be there. None of these guys do anything quick. Yeah. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. I'm patient, positive cash flow, and we're good. So, and the trick is really, as Dennis was talking the other day on his Twitter, staying in the game is very important. It's absolutely important. And so, the more you see, the more you learn, and the more you understand how little you know. At least in my case. Okay, coming back up on Google Double Top, we talked about that. If you recall, probably 2, maybe 3 meetings ago, we talked about 6 weeks ago, type of thing. I say, yeah, that this will be heading up higher, and now you're seeing it because I'm talking probably somewhere in these 2 bars, and look where we are. Yeah, another nice gap up yesterday. I see, and I'm saying last week. Yeah. Here's your tips. Yeah. So, would you trade a little bit here? Yeah, probably can. Yeah, probably can. Price is reasonable now compared to moves, except you have volume. But look where we are. Yeah, I would. And I would play like a 151, 161, 10 handle spread from 1.5 sigma to 3. So on a daily chart. Yeah, this is a safe bet that it's safe. The structure is right. If you get a good pricing, it's gonna work. But you at it around 161 and up, you just close the spread. I'll see you. Thanks, Charles. I'm Richard. Thank you, Richard. We'll see you. Thanks. That's Rushi. Is one of my friends actually came to client, and then also came to Chicago to meet me. So I said, well, if you come to Chicago, I'll buy lunch. This is how we split it. Okay, next. What do we got? Amazon. Yeah, sure. Okay, Amazon sausage. It's very simple. Yeah, you could see it hasn't done anything in weeks. This is the slope of the sigma channel envelope around it is 0, near 0, plus or minus, but not rising like here, or not dropping like there. So very flat. You can see it around it. We're doing a dance here between the two, 50 and 50 bars, so 50 of these, so 750 trading, and 200, so it would be 200 of those. 30,000, something like that. Yeah, trading there. So 3,000 bars, 3,000 minutes. I'm saying. No, I wouldn't look at that. This tells me a lot not to touch. This one, as you see the top, so I'll pass on Amazon for now. Next, hopefully I'm explaining it well. If you have a problem, please stop me and ask. Here's Meta. Uh, oh Jesus, yeah, again, big gap up, sideways. Yeah, I wouldn't touch. It's but it's gotten to a price that never was, and yeah, it's making a lot of people happy. Yeah. Okay, and let's see. My brother almost worked for it. Almost. Was it 7 or 9, something like that? Interview. Ridiculous. Yeah. Facebook's a number of interviews. Yeah, and these are Marco, what is it? Hardware, software type of people. Firmware engineers. Stuff is very serious and dry. Yeah. You can imagine what happens in 7th. Yeah. Yeah. A couple of them in person. He had to fly to the Bay Area. He's in LA, and then a few Zoom stuff too. So anyhow, moving forward, AVGO, which is Qualcomm, not Qualcomm. I'm saying Broadcom. Yeah, Broadcom, right there, Broadcom. Yeah. Okay, can't tell you. Not a very clear cut yet. Probably down. Okay, different view, and that's what it is. Probably down, but confusing. So it's kind of a little cautionary note, but you can see that kind of pattern there. No, sorry, let's go the other one. You can see that, okay? Just right now, hard to say. Hard to say. Other than, yeah, this could be maybe also a bearish signal, but it's hard to say. Yeah, this is even more noisier. But you could do an option on it. Yeah, I would do it cautiously. I would do a small put spread on this. It's trading what 13.18. Okay, you want to go and let's say for example, you sell 1,300 and you buy 1,250 of 2 months forward. That's it. Put spread. Yeah, that's it. So you have that. Yeah. What I warn you is you gotta watch what you're paying for, what's the volatility looks like, and also size. Size is your function of your account, so that's the personal decision. I couldn't be able to help you there. Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Okay. As you know, Fleet Admiral Tico came and said that I can see. I mean, this is what you should be doing. Following Admiral Tico. Okay, that's what's wrong here. Let me show that. Let me see the Admiral Tico coming in here. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Come on. What's going on with this? Oh, sign in. No, log in. You're crazy. I see. I'm sorry. 1 second. I got to log in. Oh, I cleared everything. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we go to Admiral Tico, and you want to. Oh, God. Are you serious? Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. No. Fleet Admiral Tico. This is what you want to. We're going to get to. That's the password. Go in. Okay. This is Fleet Admiral Tico. No, he just got his 5th star. Now, if you go down below, we want to just show his post, right? First of all, look at the bottom there. He's held. This is Tiger Shark for NVIDIA. That line in the sand, look at the time it was posted. So it held on. Now, what did he do? This was, oh, yeah. Or was it on, or was it on, hold on, 84 level. No, there was a, maybe I'm missing. Oh, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. There we go. Watching for 158 level. Okay, on Tesla. Okay. And there was one before that. Here's your Tesla levels. Okay, there's your Tesla levels. And Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So if you go on the chart, you'll see. I think there was an update that also said 165 to 157. Okay, so if you go here and say how we traded there, that was 168 is a low, 160. So from 165 to 157, that hit it right there. Yeah, he hit it. So, uh, but basically, I think Tesla went to that price. It got accepted. The fear was 133 because that's what his loans are due, and this was a blessing. And you see things move. So we may have been in an upswing. Let's live with my friend. Yeah, it was bothering him. Now it's got He's doing better. Okay, who's after Tesla? 2, 4. Okay, I don't know who is SLML. We're gonna do Costco and we'll do AMD. Yeah, forget it's ASML. I don't understand it. Yeah. All right. Okay. Wow. Wow. We got Costco. Yeah, yeah. I remember. Wait a second. Yeah, I remember this. I remember all of this. As a matter of fact, we constantly talked about this. And of course, I talked about that too because it was big time. Yeah, big time. Okay. Well, look, you see the pricing. It tries to touch 3 sigma, and why is it doesn't get there? Because some people were fading it right before. But when it hits it, it's memorable. So let's load this up. Here's your here's your setup there. You can see how fast this was deteriorating. Less and less momentum on the upside, while the price is going to new highs. Watch out. Absolutely watch out. And of course, it dropped it down. Now, why don't we have a hold on? Why don't we have all-time high here? What happened? Oh, it's only on Dow. I see. I see. Okay. Anyhow, so at 50, I'd say probably damage is done. Probably. I mean, this says I'm going lower, but not much, but I am. But that take a while, maybe. Could sit there. Or it could be near flat. I think you got to get your 50 down, tested, but not below 707, which is negative 2 sigma. If it goes below 707, we got a lot of problems. You give them what these guys do? Yeah. So last but not least, AMD. Yeah. I was a good follower of AMD. Of course, Motorola too, but first Intel. Until my tracer couldn't run AMD chips. So I said, bye bye. Yeah. Yeah. And then Motorola stuff, yeah, just never make it. The 68,000 plus, yeah. So I guess it was some max for a while, yeah. Anyhow, AMD new highs, Bravo, absolute all-time new highs, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, look what the low is. Yes, stop. I mean, split adjusted, obviously. Sorry. Uh, right. Excuse me. And so I think you could probably see a move up on the AMD here. I would let it lose this Momo, let this thing turn a little bit more, the CI turning, and you know what's going to happen. We're going to be heading the other side. Yeah, this is daily. So 179, 180 is a good area. Warning should be 170. Okay? And probably may do a W down there. So come down one leg, wait, go up, come back down, and then go up. So I would, this area between 170 to 180, key area to finding a tradable bottom. Why? Overall shape and the story behind the stock. Any questions for me? No. Am I? Yeah. Am I along the Trump stuff? No. I don't believe in anything Trump does as kosher. Something's going to be wrong. Everything is gone bankrupt. As a matter of fact, DJT used to be the name of his company that was public, and nobody bought to even buy the dollar at NYSE when it dropped. He took like 40 million out, something like that. Again, reports, not my investigation. And then, but at the end, nobody came even to as a white knight. Usually around sub 1, sub 2, people show up. Nobody. So, and this one's going to go back down too. Why? Earnings were posted as a part of the merger on Monday. If you look at it, I think that only it lost 49 million, It's got only 8 million customers or viewers. So no, yeah, just like everything else. So don't get caught in there. Oh, sorry, 1 second. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. I see now. I can. There's a private chat open up. Wow, interesting. Okay, so no, I'm not. Yeah, here's DJT. We can talk about it for the record. These are good for the record. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, if you look at what happened there, I've posted it. The highs and the lows. The first. Three times this has happened with what was DWAC. So if you get DWAC pattern, we've had a number of 40% days. And this was one of them was 40% day. This one, yes, I'm saying the day after the open. Okay, so on Tuesday, right? Because merger was done on Friday, but this was DLOC. Okay, they just changed. They changed the name. There was no DJ3 before. The other one was bankrupt. Yeah, so they changed the name to Ego for his ego, and now it's running this. Typically, these have a 20% adjustment downward. Yeah, let's see what happens. The key part is not now. Is when they unlock the stocks. Yeah, and that's what we could. That's 6 months, and he can't hypothecate them because should the stock drop, those shares are not listed yet. They're not sellable, so somebody would be stuck to with them, right? So you can't. There's part of it. All these agreements are you cannot hypothecate, so he can't borrow against it. He doesn't have control until 6 months. So hopefully that doesn't cause because when the unlock comes, it's going to really drop to the value. But with the PNL I see, I don't see it going anywhere. Yeah, maybe one. I'd say somewhere between 1 to 5. Yeah. It should lose about 90% of what it's got. That's how usually this works out. So, but I'm not saying always going to be that. I'm just saying these cases. Okay, so we're good. Anything else, guys? Again, bear with me. Thank you so much for me learning how to use this new platform, but it's always good to learn new things. All right. I'll close this and we'll start posting it on YouTube. See you in 2 weeks.